In government, that's always the problem. I mean, that's one of the challenges of means testing. Firstly, administratively, it's much more costly to do that effectively.
Oh, no, come on. Why is he back on Good Morning Britain? Well, it's time to write another letter. That's right, each time I see Kwasi on TV, I'm going to complain. Complain because this guy cost the country billions, which means he should have no platform to share his opinions.
And you're always going to get cliff edges. You're always going to get cases on the margin where someone in such and such a condition gets the benefit and someone else, almost identical, doesn't. And that's you know, from the point of view of being in government, having been in government, that's a really difficult question to square. So I understand why they've gone down this route.
It must be baked into Kwasi's contract for the host to deride him as being a totally useless chancellor, with Susanna saying this.
But again, it's
Do you think
political difficulty.
Kwasi, you were chancellor. You had a disaster, as you know.
Yeah, we were undone.
You would acknowledge. Do you think that Labour ministers are finding it tougher than they imagined?
Oh, it's very hard. Look, I mean, this isn't easy.
No, and you made everything worse.
I mean, it's not just a British problem either. You've got a situation where you've got rising costs in terms of public expenditure, and you know, for various reasons, we haven't had the growth across the West, with the exception of the US probably. But across the West, we haven't had the growth levels over the last 15 years that can pay for the rising costs of public expenditure. And every country in the West, in the G7, has to deal with this issue.
There's a link to an email address down below if you want to complain every time you see Kwasi. And here is another reason why you might.